So guys, everybody's always asking me. Everybody's always asking, how do you raise a competitive monster? You talk so much big game, but you're not actually showing us. So today we're raising a competitive monster. We're raising a competitive power tank. Keep talking about how defense is bad. How do you make defense work? Is defense better? Is it worse? It still kind of sucks, but you got ways around it. Power tanks are statistically the easiest monsters to build. Don't need to worry about banana scumming or anything like that. We need a mochi. We got a mochi. I need to go to the shrine, and I need to get myself a Mew or Duckin. Reasons for this. You want a monster with hurry. What you're going to do is combine the monster with hurry with the mochi, and you're going to wait until you get both the hurry and grit battle specials. And you're going to combine them with dragon disc chips, because dragon disc chips gives you fury. And those are the three main, I absolutely need this battle specials for a tank. Dragon disc chips. So we're gonna have fury. Fury doubles your offense and withering when you get hit by an attack that your opponent has a battle special active for. Hey, second try. Let's go. Okay. So we got anger, grit, fury, and hurry. That didn't take long. What are we calling him? Call him Mr. Stromboli. So let's take a look at this monster stats. They kind of suck. It's whatever. Not a big deal. We need his intelligence and defense down below 100. They're almost there already. Everything else about raising this guy is going to be very, very easy. I'm not kidding. What we just did there, re-rolling for hurry and grit on him, was the hardest part of this. Raising a power tank is very, very simple. Raising defense, raising power. How far should you raise defense in conjunction to life or the breakpoints? That's really the only difficult part of this, and once you've learned it, you don't forget it. It is what it is. Important thing here, even when you're building a tank, even when you're focusing on defense, life is still a much more important defensive stat numerically. You have no reason to have 900 defense and 700 life. You've absolutely fucked up if you do that. I'm not even going to be raising my defense to max. What I am going to be aiming for is about 900 life, about 900 power, which also isn't max, but I don't think we'll need it. About 975 skill, which is 1 point off of maximum. Maximum being 988. And defense is going to be either 720 or 680. I think we're gonna do 720. That brings us to 900 defense. So we end up with 900 life, 900 defense, 900 power, and almost 1,000 skill. I think that's going to be the build. Why would I not go defense to maximum? Why would I not build 791 defense and then add in the 25% form to get me all the way up to 988, which is maxed? The difference between 900 and 988, so almost 1,000, almost 100 points against an opponent that has maximum power is about 6% difference in damage reduction. So it's almost doubly effective. Just put those 100 points into life. Don't boost your defense. Worry about boosting your life. I could go even lower, but I'm too lazy to figure out the breakpoints and stuff like that, so we're just gonna leave it as is. A thing about me in competitive play is I do not spend a lot of time thinking out my builds. I just do a thing I think looks fun, and that's that. Okay, so we just fed our Paradoxin on week 1, and we're just going to work on light drills. Cheats are fine. He still gets a boost to power and skill. If we check back, power and skill have jumped by 30 each. We're not scolding it because we want it to be a little asshole. We want it to be basically as worst natured as possible. And the reason for that is we want him to be able to proc anger every single time he gets hit. That's asking for a lot, but I mean, if that happened, that'd be fantastic. He has such a fast guts rate. He's got an 8 guts rate, I do believe. If he procs anger, he goes up to, what, 50% faster. So he gets Metal Nurse guts rate if he gets anger. And at that point, I will win on withering alone. Not a lot of monsters can run tanks effectively. Raki is one of them. Goes Metal Nurse sub over Pixie sub other than aesthetics. Well, I mean, there's no reason really, but I really like Metal Glay. He's got 0 stress, 3 fatigue. We're gonna feed it its third Paradoxin. I'm gonna start doing swim drills. The reason I'm gonna start doing swim drills is I want to lower intelligence. I don't know what the requirement for air shot is. 80% on air shot. Okay, so you know what? Let this be a lesson to you. Don't fuck up. We're restarting. The last 2 months were nothing. Pretend it didn't happen. I fed it a Paradoxin. We're gonna do swim drills to get rid of intelligence, but I need to make sure my skill is not 300. Raising my defense right now is kind of pointless because Paradoxin is tanking it. But in the long run, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get his defense up anyway. He's got a decent defense gain, What's really funny is this monster has a C, like average in all its stat gains except for power, in which it has an E, which is like the worst. Why so many Gemini pots? Each one lowers your stress by 1, and each one adds 1 passive fear at the beginning of each month. So you stack a bunch of them, and then all of a sudden all these new training methods are available to you because big chunk of your stress gets chunked off at the end of every month. Right now I can use cup jelly. That'll lower my stress enough. Need lots of pot to not be stressful, something like that. Okay, so normally this is not a thing you do. Normally you don't worry about Troron, but I think Troron is my go-to here. The reason for that is that, one, there's a sale, so I'll be able to get it a little bit cheaper. Then also, additionally, it raises your power a lot more than it raises your skill by. This is part of the process. You gotta like figure out what works, and I'd never done this before. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end up wasting some of our lifespan on purpose. So I don't want my skill to go up that much. I made a mistake. It is what it is. We'll work it out. How do you build a tank? We're working on it. Appreciate everything you do for Monster Rancher 2 community. Thank you. I appreciate you people. You're all so kind. New to the game. Yeah, well, you know, just hang out. Explain priority attacks? Okay, I'll show you guys priority attacks. Because I can understand why it'd be a little bit confusing as to why this is an issue for me. Here, let's take a look. Right now, we're looking at this handy-dandy guide on legendcup.com. You type in your stats, and it tells you the priority of the chance of getting the tech. Right now, I got 57% chance to get Airshot and 1.3 to get Kick. So we're dialing back a little bit. Airshot's very, very easy to get. I only need a combination of 250 intelligence, skill, and loyalty. So it's extremely easy to get. Essentially means I need to go on errantry immediately. I'm already at 220. If I raise my skill at all, it puts me in a bad spot. We're gonna do a thing we never do. I fed it Paradoxin, and even though I don't like doing this, we're gonna go on an expedition immediately. The reason you don't feed a Paradoxin and then go on an expedition is because it has a very low chance of success, and you just waste life. Okay, we got Kick. Whew. So that was a 3% chance. It only took us like 4 tries. I got that streamer luck. Did I save? We're saving now. What do I even name? Because I'm gonna chapter all these. Do I just name the first one Getting Extremely Lucky or something like that? Because it took us like 3 tries to roll a 3% chance. What's my my loyalty is extremely low, but so are my power and everything else. I got really bad speed, I got really bad defense, I got really bad life. I'm probably going to lose. Winning and losing doesn't matter here. What matters is using Kick as many times as possible. Okay, Harry Kicks. Harry Kicks might give me trouble. Here's 21, JP. Normally, when you're trying to get your usages up, you don't wait until you have 99 guts. Because you do more damage, and you don't want to do more damage. You want to do less damage. You want to be able to attack more times. That's what, 5? I've lost track. It's either 4 or 5. We'll call this 25. Okay, so Ranky's not too difficult. I accidentally won with incredibly shitty stats. Main idea for Guts Rate is that if you're tanking, you're eating hits. Yeah, so that's a big thing. The reason the fast Guts Rate matters is that if you're eating hits, you're getting withered constantly. And so you need a fast Guts Rate for that to not matter. I kicked Harry Kicks. I did. And lower its loyalty by 20 here by feeding it 2 bananas. There's 3 different effects you can get on bananas. And we're going to re-roll for them, so it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but that's fine. Do what you gotta do. The one I'm doing is the effect you normally don't want, which lowers your fatigue, but not your stress. Okay, I lowered my fatigue by a little bit, lowered my stress by a little bit. That's not what I'm looking for. You're looking for... Well, I'm going to be able to tell right away if my loyalty dropped or not. Should be going to 35. There we go. Okay, 16 loyalty is fine. Okay, so what are my chances? I'm just going to do some calculations real quick. That's my shot. Air shot is 51, kick is 47. We're almost 50-50. And then after this, no more re-rolling, we're done. That's it. This is the last RNG part of the build. Single player means you don't need to worry about your monster AI using off-stat basic text, which fixes a lot of the problems for non-meta monsters. That's part of it. Most of the bad monsters do have, like, bad text that they can't get rid of, but that's not the only thing that makes them bad in a competitive sense. This might just be karmic retribution for how quickly we got Kick in the first place. Could breed Kick down onto the baby, or is starting Int the problem? I mean, no, it would be fine. I could do that. I might end up doing that. Because he would start with all of the uses, right? Or we can just, you know, do that. There you go. GG's. Skill issue, no problem. Don't worry about it. I hope you guys are ready to move on with the actual gameplay, because all the random shit, we're done. We did the thing. We got Spin Kick. We're getting Twister Slash eventually, and we're getting Twister Kick as well. Both times we talked about combining down and the tech you want immediately, you know, it knows. I can go about lowering starting intelligence, you use Swim. There's no gameplay that isn't random shit in this game. I mean, yeah, if you're bad, I suppose. If you're, like, incredibly new and you don't know how the game works, then you may find yourself being like, man, everything's random. There is RNG, but most of it doesn't actually matter. But anyway. Paradoxin time, baby. You guys ready for the Doxin? What a neat little man. He is a neat little man. I don't think I need to raise his stats anymore. Power only needs to gain another 400 points, and Pull will do that for me. Yeah, this is the end of Paradoxin training, mostly. So what we're going to do is I'm going to alternate Pull and Shoot, and Swim and Shoot. That's going to give me all the stats I need. Wait, is Paradoxin increasing skill and power by doing a drill that does nothing for them? Yes, that's what Paradoxin does. Every time you either cheat or successfully complete a drill, it raises your power and skill by 30 points for a full month. It lowers your speed and defense by 10% each week, which is, you know, can be detrimental, but most of the time it's just good. Because drugs make you stronger, but not smarter. Dare. I'm not going to scold it. We're going to feed it some jellies to get its nature up. Go on errantry. But right now, we're just going to beat this real quick, and then that'll be that. And then we'll be able to get Twister Kick. This is a high-grade tourney. Okay, you know what? I should turn fast forward off. Just gonna beat up on some C-list celebs. So I have no defensive stats. I got low life, I got low speed, low defense, but I got Spin Kick. Look at that. Roundhouse. Call me Chuck Norris. Maybe I don't need to go slow motion. I just need to survive, like, crit hits from Gunburn and Rock Geiger, and then I'm fine. I'm picking up Spin Slash? Yeah, I have to. Spin Slash isn't great, but it does cover up weapon throw. Bop. We're still in it, we're still in it. We're not in it anymore, I lied. Why am I not getting anger? Do I have the nature for it? Not yet. It's positive nature. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. If I lose because of that shit, I'm gonna be a grumpy man. Bop. That's one. Uno. Dos. This is gonna do a lot less damage, but it's just enough to kill. Let's go. I'll take that. This is good. This gives me a lot of uses. Power face attack. Damn, 30 damage? Say it ain't so. 3 in a row? You ever get hit by 3 power attacks in a row and still win? Power too strong. It's like plus 20 to get. Yeah, it is plus 20 to get. It's a good nature requirement. I can hit it. This guy only starts off at minus 45 base nature, so it's not like out of the realm of possibility. So I got really bad defensive stats. Just build up your guts. Just build up your guts, nothing can kill you. We got anger there. We got to 99 guts immediately with it. Putting tiny heel-shaped dents in fools. It's so funny to me that the kick line is as good as it is, because when I was a kid, I thought it sucked. I was like, why is kick so expensive? I hate it. This shit is great, though. Bop. Bop. Rock Gagger wishes. Beat dance is what I have to worry about. I can't go over 700 power. I have to use this tech 50 times before I have 700 power and then go on errantry. This beat dance blows. That tech is awful. How do you get loyalty up so quickly? Combination of Gemini pots. You know what? I guess that's it. Just Gemini pots. There you go. Because I tanked his loyalty on purpose and now it's up to 70 again. Gemini pots do a lot of work. I gotta fight Gunburn one more time, which is great, honestly, because it gives me an additional chance to use techs. Tiebreakers are the best case scenario. Here's a thing you can do. If you say you've won all your matches and then someone else has won all their matches, or they've won all their matches except one, you can use your tech a bunch of times, and then before you kill them, you give up. And then you get another battle with them, and then you just beat them the second time. I do that all the time if I'm tied with someone. Will there be any tourney with no stat cap and free-for-all? Maybe, but I don't like max stats. Max stats tournaments suck. They're very slow to run, nobody gets any KOs, and they're kind of a pain in the ass to raise monsters for. There's not a lot going on for them, IMO. Max stats is whack stats. You know, couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, he's a year old, let's go. B rank a year old, 500 power, 577 skill. He's doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm not particularly, like, neither am I impressed by, like, max stats that much, or do I have any interest in raising max stats monsters myself. That's, like, a very, like, end goal for a lot of casual players, is to raise monsters with max stats, and I'm not saying they shouldn't. You know? That's the beauty of this game, is everybody can set their own parameters of, like, what they want to do. And what I want to do is not that. Some people with 5 max stats but 6 stat only 1. Is that max stats as well? I mean, it's max stats except they've only gone into 1 offensive stat, and that means they're probably going to take a little bit additional damage from their off stat. I wouldn't consider that max stats, to be honest. We're going to enter B rank official this month. I think we can win it. Want dummy? I'll give you a dummy. I said Night Majaro's your favorite subbreed. I like Arabia Nighton. I don't know. That's such a bad translation. It's supposed to be Arabian. So Nighton's name in Japanese is Nighton. Surprise, surprise. But it's knight, like an armored knight. K-N-I-G-H-T-O-N. And so there's a couple of really funny puns with his tech names and his breed names. So it's, in Japanese, it's Arabian Nighton, which is like an Arabian Nights joke. Like, that's good. That's funny. Nighton is literally called Night Knight, and then all of his techs are like, Octopus Knight is Nighton Inc. It's Octopus Knight, and then like they're all like something Knight. But the fact that there is a mistranslation on Arabia and it changed to Alabia is very funny to me. Dream Golem is the weirdest. Just call him New Bottle. It's a good name. Which Golem sub has the best speed growth? The Pixie one. Anything that has a 5 speed growth. Moegon, I guess, as well. Holy fuck. Didn't expect to kill him in 1 hit. Poor dog. Love Aster because the small alien inside his helmet. Yeah, he's got a little pilot alien. Just came from your YouTube channel. Glad to see you live. Hey, well, welcome. Hope you're having a good night. Gust Breath missing at 75. Plot armor, baby. It did a lot more damage than I was expecting, but it's okay. Oh shit, that didn't kill? Fuck. Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. Mating Song lands, I'm dead. I'm big dead. Marble Guy's your favorite golem? He's so angry. He's got little spiky teeth. He's in a bad mood. Peter wants to know my location after that? Oh shit. Cavro wants me to go? Oh. My guy's dumb as a brick. He's not finding shit. Okay, so we're at minimum nature right now, which is what we want to be at end game. Not really what we want to be at right now. So I'm going to start feeding it here. Here is, if your monster is really bad natured, you want to get him up to really good natured or vice versa. And you're not in prime yet, so you're not going to be wasting any stats. Here's how you do it. Buy yourself a bunch of sour jellies. Feed it a sour jelly. Rest it. Feed it a sour jelly. Heavy drill. And repeat until your monster's good-natured. The thing with Arxis is they keep trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to lobbies and stuff like that. And good on them to like want to experiment and try new stuff. But like if everybody tells you they hate it, just, you know, maybe abandon ship, you know? And I have sympathy because this game is a great example of people not knowing what the fuck they want and not knowing what makes a good user experience. If you guys ever read the Steam comments for this game before it came out, it was nothing but the weirdest people just bitching constantly about how the game was dead in the water and how they were gonna hate it because they didn't get to use their fucking DVD drive to like make monsters. They didn't get to use their Spotify account to make monsters. They had to use a database. How dare Tecmo? And now everyone's like, you know what? It's a pretty good system. I like it now. So people don't always know what they want. People are usually incredibly stupid. But the Strive lobby is bad. It's bad. What is bad about it? The fact that it's a fucking 2D platformer is bad. The whole heaven system is really whack because what ends up happening is you get to heaven and then you can't find good games because nobody cares, nobody's trying. And so you just end up in lobbies in like free play anyway. We're just gonna skip this. I can't win this. That's okay. But we unlock Sniper, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Ranked as fuck because you can pick the matchups. Yeah. It's really silly. For the first, like, 3 months I played, I would just make it to heaven and be like, okay, I made it to heaven. Time to go play in the park. And that's what I did. I wouldn't play in heaven because people would just dodge you. They're like, no, I don't want to lose to... I don't want to play a Mei player. I don't want to lose to Mei. And it's like, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. You can't get demoted. You're up here for life. Just relax. Let's play some games. And people would dodge me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go down to the park, and I'll play with random people. You don't have to beat them? No, you don't have to beat them. You just have to run into them, and then there you go. You've unlocked it. So I'll show you guys the tech I got. It's the wrong tech, but it's fine. We're not going to be able to skip punch. It's honestly not a big deal. The thing is, weapon is really, really bad. And so even though we want to be using kick and spin kick and twister kick, having punch here is still better than using weapon. Can you tell we hit prime? There's three things. Three things. Look at that. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Colt said that he was in prime. She said, Nash, now's the time. You got to make sure his training goes well. He did get bigger. And then also I'm using the advanced viewer and I can just see that he's in prime now. Look how big he is. He's a big boy. My intelligence still isn't 0. I'm starting to get spooked, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we got a skill. I hope it's the right one. We got Twister Kick, let's go. We gotta enter one more tournament to make sure all my techs are in the right order, and then we're done. My aunt was like the only person that had a game system when I was really, really young. She had a Master System and she had an NES. And this was like early 90s, probably like 92, 93. So Super Nintendo had come out already, but, you know, I didn't know. I was 3 years old. I didn't have friends yet, you know? And she had a massive NES guidebook. And I used to just read it as if it was like literature. I had never played Ninja Gaiden, and I could tell you like where all the power-ups and stuff were. It's pretty funny. Let's do that the Brawl strategy guide as a kid. Dude, we're talking about the Final Fantasy IX strategy guide. It is the most heinous shit. Because what it is the first time Prima made like an online guide. So everything was like, if you want to see a full map, check it out online. And then that was literally every page. It was infuriating. You bought a guidebook that told you to go online. Ever get the guide for a game you never had? Pokemon Snap. I got the guide for Pokemon Snap. I never owned Pokemon Snap as a kid. I just like secrets in video games. I'm a huge sucker for secrets in video games and like learning how to do, like, that was another thing. It was like, I had never played Pokemon Snap, but I could tell you how to get Gyarados. I could tell you how to get Dragonite. The first time I played through the game, I played the first level as a kid at like somebody's house. The first time I played through the whole game as a kid, as an adult, sorry, I was like 21 years old. It was the first time I played Pokemon Snap. And I beat it in like 2 hours. And I had never played the game before because I had read the guide so much. One of my friends bought a leather-bound Prima Games copy of the Street Fighter V game guide when it first came out. And he did it as like a collector's edition because we knew like immediately with patch notes and things like that, it was going to be completely useless immediately. And it was. But, you know, that's cool. Cool to own something like that if you're really into the game. But yeah, we're kind of on rails at this point. Everything's going well. We got our full tech loadout. Everything is in a good spot to increase my stats. We're probably going to go get a Golden Peach this year, just so I can feed it to him later. I don't actually know if I even need it. We're doing fine. But I got to feed him a couple of Chorons late in life, I think, because his power gains are so ass. He's got a minimum power gain. He's got a 1. Realistically, this is where I should be raising my power. I should be doing pull drills. Seven. I'm in Prime. That's like the best I can hope for. Wacky sounds are so funny. Yeah. Prime at 7 years old? You talking about me? This monster is 2 years, 9 months. He's very young. Racky's whatever you want it to be, man. Its name is supposed to be Lucky. And it's supposed to be a pun on Chucky. That's why Colt calls him Charles. Because Chucky is short for Charles. Slowly getting power to where I want it to be. We're gonna try an S-rank tournament next month. Just to make sure my stats are in the right order. What is my preferred nugget dipping sauce? Buffalo. Buffalo sauce. Or a honey. Honey's up there too. Combine them, give me a honey buffalo, I'm down. Though buffalo might get superseded now, is as we were talking about when we first started the stream, the only side effect of COVID I have right now is vinegar smells fucking horrendous to me right now. Everything else is fine. I can taste everything. I haven't lost my sense of taste or smell. But specifically vinegar, I don't know. It doesn't smell like vinegar anymore. It smells very metallic, and it kind of smells like rotting. Like a rotting smell. Which means mustard smells terrible. Hot sauce smells terrible. It's really unfortunate. Like, I made a thing today with like a mustard maple sauce. I made meatloaf with mustard maple sauce. A lot of M's in that sentence. But I had to scrape all the mustard off of... I had to scrape all the sauce off of mine. Like, I just couldn't have it. Tastes fine? No, it tastes fucking... horrifying. Like, the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. So, until I get over this, I'm literally not going to eat mustard, or... I probably can't have hot sauce on anything. It sucks. I can get a bottle of Valentina this big for like $3, and it's the greatest hot sauce on the planet. It's a miracle. It is an honest-to-God miracle. I thank Christ every morning I wake up. I can buy a big 2-liter bottle of Valentina's for $3. Need something that sets your mouth on fire? Man, I went to this Nashville hot chicken place once, and they had a list. And they're like, you know what? Pick your spice level, 1 to 10. And I'm like, I can handle heat, right? I can handle heat pretty well. But, you know, I'm not here to, like, become a freak show, right? I didn't come here for a gimmick. Like, I want something that's spicy, but, like, edible. So I went with 6. And it was the hottest fucking thing I've ever ate in my life. I was, like, crying. my eyes just would not stop watering. I ate like 8 pieces of bread. It was so fucking unbelievably hot, and that was like the 6 out of 10. So I'm really glad I didn't go with like the goofy like dare your friends to get a 10. Dude, I don't know what it was, but my brain just like melted out my ears. You get hiccups super bad if you eat something too spicy. That happens to me too. It's like a weird acid reflux thing. You can handle a 10 but prefer an 8 flavor-wise. So yeah, I'm usually the same way. Like, what's the point? I didn't go there to be a spectacle, but it happened anyway. It was like almost embarrassing. Nobody, like my friends all got like 3 and 4s and they're like, oh fuck, this is too hot. I don't know if I can finish it. And no one else in the place had anything higher than a 5. And so I got a 6 and I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be spicy, but I'll be able to handle it. And I was not ready. I was not prepared. I'm in subprime now, by the way. I'm officially have slightly lower stat gains, but we'll make it work. It's not too big of a deal. I have 173 weeks of lifespan left. I have not fed it any peaches. We're gonna go get peaches in 2 months. And then after my stats are in a pretty good spot, we'll probably feed it some troll runs just to get its power up the last little bit. Dude nearby makes his own hot sauce with Thai chilies, very hot but also sweet and tasty. It needs flavor. I've had so many hot sauces and it's like, this is the hottest hot sauce you'll ever eat. And then it's like, cool, it also tastes like fucking baby diaper. Like, okay, it's spicy. You want a medal for making something inedible? Congrats. I could just fucking bottle a thing of battery acid. Oh, this shit will burn your tongue right off. Yeah, okay, but like, it's not food. That's what I feel about all these like ultra hot sauces. Everyone trying really hard to like set a record. They don't really give a shit about it being edible. Raki, the only monster that says his name. I don't think it even says Raki. I'm gonna be honest. So next week we're freezing them. We're gonna bring out the gel. We haven't seen gel in a while. We haven't seen Mr. Fernando, but he's still chilling. February works too. Your birthday's on the 12th. Oh damn. Well, there you go. Maybe I'll aim for that. Okay, let's get us some gold peaches. Make a little bit of money while I'm here too. So we're not going to finish this guy tonight. Okay, that's one. We're not going to finish him tonight, I don't think, but we're really close. Maybe we will finish him. Maybe I'll just go like an extra hour or something. I did start like 20 minutes late tonight. 2 peaches, not bad. Two peaches, 2 color Pandora discs. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna feed it a gold peach now. I'm gonna push its life back, and we'll rest it. So it should be in prime once this week's over. Yes, we're back in prime. We're doing pretty good. What? I'm just gonna go ham on power. We're just gonna raise power. How do you set up the screen stuff for channel points? It's a long story. I use a program called Cruise Control, and then it has like its own pseudocode that you have to trigger. A lot of trial and error to set it up. They attempted to train a Mew, now they want to get post-game effectively train one. Mew's great. What's the selling point of Mew? Fantastic techs. Just like top-notch power techs. Has enough build difference potential to warrant it? Yeah, maybe. Because it has a lot of good techs, but you kind of don't want to get them all. Because you can accidentally make an extremely expensive build on Mew. It's good to have like an expensive tech in like one slot, but if you go expensive techs in all slots, you have a chance to like absolutely screw up your whole build. But all the expensive techs are good, so. Another great? God damn. I gotta start feeding it jellies. Because I need its nature to go down. Once I'm out of prime. Use the cutest Monster Rancher 2 for you. I use Adorable. I love Mew. Fucking watch these razor blades. Got a 17% on Domino. He doesn't want to do Domino at all. So, this is how you play Monster Rancher. There's a lot of grinding. It's a really nice game to play on stream because I get to talk to people. That's why like I don't mind talking about chat. I don't mind answering questions and stuff like that because this can be a little bit tedious. Normally, if I'm playing and I'm grinding for a tournament or something, I'm watching videos or I'm listening to a podcast or something. Once you've raised a couple of competitive monsters, it very much is just kind of like busy work, and it is like really easy to just do the thing in the background. I've been looking at chat a lot, and I think half of the time I'm looking at the screen. There's this guy putting these razor blades. He's just got a collection of them. I don't want to check out his room. I'm scared. What if you're raising an intelligence tank? Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you chose that. There's a couple of monsters you can kind of make it work with. Intelligence Ghost Tank, kind of like okay. You can kind of make that work. Power's almost 800. It's going up so slowly. Okay, so we're entering a battle. We're gonna get our techs set up in the order we want them to, which is very, very important. And then we're not gonna enter another battle. This is it for us. Dude, it literally starts off perfect. These are the techs we want. We want Spin Slash, we want Twister Kick. So I have a choice here. I can either just go home, or I can finish off the match. I'll get some money and I'll get some stats. So we'll just do the match. Do it again, 3 times. Easy. Okay. So our attacks are in the right order. We're gonna make a little bit of money. Our stats are gonna go up a tiny bit. Why did the said Metal Nerds should have such fast guts regen? I don't know. I don't know. What? Okay, I'm gonna use... There's this really nice feature on the advanced viewer called the training check, where you just pick a drill and it tells you what your gains are. Endure, so I can get 10s in Endure. I need exactly 20 points in defense, so we're gonna stop doing swim there. Instead, I'm gonna do I'm gonna re-roll a couple of times. So here's the end of the re-rolling, just getting your stats exactly where you want them to be. And that was perfect, we got a 10 immediately. We need one more 10, it's a 1 in 4 chance. We can get a 7, we can get an 8, we can get a 9, or we can get a 10. We're aiming for 720 defense because with maximum form, that will give us 900. Which is pretty good. We don't need to go higher than that. Form stat modifier doesn't account for stat cap limits. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't. It took me a second to realize what you were asking, but no, it doesn't. Giant Glass, Giant Thirst. Do you want to start a tournament that gives real money? No, I do not. Too easy to cheat? Too much RNG. I don't want to be sitting there vetting every single entry being like, did this person cheat? Because I'm already doing that, but like, I would have to go over with a fine-tooth comb, and I don't have enough time in my day to make that happen. The Monster Rancher Battle League originally had a cash prize, and then I caught so many people cheating, and I was like, fuck it. 900 speed with skinny break stat limit? Nope. You can't go higher than 900. Or 999. There we go. We got 720 defense. Only took us 1 reroll. That's not bad. So our defense is exactly where we want it to be. What they were asking was, so because this is a 3,500 total stat cap tournament that I'm making this monster for, like, does my form factor into that? And the answer is no. So even though I have 900 defense, I'm only using 720 for the stat cap. Want to see the instant stats are done? Need to see the other stuff optimized? Well, we're almost there. So we're in endgame now. What do I need? I need him to be fat, and I need him to be bad-natured, and then I need him to get stressed out. So there's a couple of steps we got to do. We're getting really close to where I want power to be anyway. So jellies work differently in this game than they did in Monster Rancher 2. Jellies in Monster Rancher 2, nature in general works on this weird trigonometric function. It's a huge pain in the ass to understand, but basically, depending on if your monster was already good or bad-natured, how far they were to the sides affected how much jellies actually changed nature. Now it just changes your actual effective nature by 5 in one direction or the other. So they're a lot easier to understand, even if they're not always as, that's the word I'm looking for, they're not as effective all the time, but in general, they're more effective, usually. In your tournaments on YouTube, have been wondering, how do the monsters have no bad techs? How do you remove them? Game Shark. That's the answer. You cheat. In this version of the game, where Game Shark is not allowed, you just don't pick up any techs you don't want. Big part of building is not having anything crappy. Because if you got something crappy, there's a good chance the AI is gonna use it. So, my stats are where I want them. What do I do? how do I get my stress up further? There's two different things you can do. One, in this case, I have a stipulation where if my stats are below 100, it doesn't count towards the stat cap. So I can just raise intelligence and speed, not a problem. He's at 45 stress though. We got 2 weeks on the life index. We only have 50 weeks of lifespan left. So we're tanking his lifespan pretty hard at this point. Now we're up to 54 stress. And that's all brings fatigue back down to 0. And, you know, this is what you do. Razor Blade, Razor Blade. You know what? I'm going to start... Why am I not denying Razor Blades? Denying Razor Blades gives you an extra point in stress. They fuck up your spoil a little bit. But that's okay. I'm just aiming for above 90 loyalty. I'm not aiming for 100. This puts us at 86. And I'm pretty sure that means we can use an Irritator. Maxing out stress doesn't actually take that. No, it doesn't. I had a lot of life at the end of this monster's lifespan. I could feed a Silver Peach still if I was really struggling. So let me show you what I got on the advanced viewer right now. Big benchmarks here. 100 plump gives us 900 defense, minus 100 nature is perfect. Stress, he's got a 9% bonus instead of 10% bonus. I'm okay with that. Only got 7 weeks of lifespan left, but he is losing 5 weeks of lifespan for every week he lives, so he will die after 2 weeks. Our stats are exactly where we want them to be. This worked out really well. We got an Undine next. A Siren. I'm a Siren. Baited and outsmarted. Each match is 50-50. Either RNG goes in your favor or it doesn't. You know, there's a lot of truth to that. You got the build. Karma Knight built the build. Splash. Big Withering. 45. Twice in a row. That was a decent amount of damage. No anger for Stromboli. Punch at 39%. It's gonna miss. Give me some luck. Yes, give me some Ice Sword luck. I need that. I need that. Let's go. Spin kick at 66%. Misses again. Calla in a pretty good spot right now. Oh, you got Cold Geyser though? Oh no. And Hailstorm? You know, you don't have the ability. You just got a lot of attacks. I was wrong. Weapon at 61. Okay, so Mr. Stromboli still yet to land a single attack. Got a lot of guts. He can make something happen. Punch at 40. It lands. It's enough. On the buzzer beater, Mr. Stromboli. He wins it. Compson kicking. I've never been so hyped to be in this series. Well, hey man, I'm glad you're with us. All day yesterday and some days playing Monster Rancher 1. Very glad we got both games. So originally today, before I decided to work on my 300 build, I was just going to play Monster Rancher 1. We got to do a Monster Rancher 1 stream sometime. I haven't even played it yet in the port. Didn't want Cold Geyser and Hailstorm, but by the time you figured out skipping, it was too late for it. I feel that. Cold Geyser is like unironically one of the worst techs in the game. No splash. Get angry, please. Get angry, Mickey. You son of a bitch. Okay, no anger, but he still got that pretty fast gust rate helping him out. He keeps chilling on like his worst techs. Hailstorm is going to do a decent amount of damage. 300 damage there. Not too bad. There's the anger. Weapon at 64 with anger. Misses. Weapon at 61 with anger. That misses as well. Hailstorm hits again. No crit this time. He's still alive. Got a huge guts lead. Spin slash at 42. That lands. 635. Calla Lily still living. There's a second one though. Oh my god. Oh, he can't land the accurate stuff, but he can land the other stuff. Lose this in the box you go. Oh no. Mr. Stromboli is your new favorite dude? Hell yeah. Let's go. Got new fans. Or he's max skinny, so he fucked up his speed. Well, I mean, he's still got 999 speed, so don't worry about him. Okay, here we go. Hard straight. A little bit of damage there. Spin kick at 60. That one misses. Back low can do some decent damage here. Ooh, big crit. 270 damage. Stromboli is angry. It's the angriest Stromboli I've ever seen. Full of hot sauce. Spin kick at 66 with anger. Misses again. Not really having much luck actually landing the accurate stuff. Another back blow. 177 damage, a little bit of withering there. Into the 1-2 punch. Weapon throw was not even active, brother. It wasn't active when the 1-2 punch happened. He swapped to it frame perfect just to fuck with me. This son of a bitch. Kick at 64%. It lands. Decent amount of damage, but probably too little too late. He's going to need another one. Hard straight. Big damage. Not enough to kill, but not enough time left on the clock for Mr. Stromboli to do anything. The foolery, too. That's just my luck. What are you gonna do? Mr. Stromboli and Iori. Game number 2. 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch is a very situational attack. Obviously, you can't get rid of it on hair, so what are you gonna do? But it's really good against fast monsters, and it's incredibly bad versus tanks. Using it is worse than like not attacking at all. Oh my god, the weapon throw. Yeah, here we go. Weapon throw spam. 3 in a row. There you go. Into the twister kick at 62. Oh, twister kick lands. 483. The guts deficit hurt him, and now Iori's got power. He can make a big play here. Straight's going to do 240 damage. Second straight? No. You going to do anything? Spin slash could end this. Also, Mr. Stromboli, eat the blade. Oh, we got power gas. Procced Fury off the power gas. Oh my god. Straight's going to land. A little bit of damage there. Fury. Mr. Stromboli goes for punch. It misses. But that's just running down the clock. I don't think Iori can do enough damage. 1-2 punch. Again, not going to do it. Just lost your first monster. He spent his last week of his 4-year life unlocking Burning Wall, so it was worth it. Do you need to reset before Errantry? I don't think that's worth it, honestly, but I mean, you do you. You'll hop in the list if it's cool. Bogwater? Damn, how many monsters are you making? I guess the jelly you were making is not particularly difficult. Backlow doing a little bit of damage there. Oh yeah, we're on weapon throw again. I'm debating taking him out of the freezer and swapping weapon throw to be the active tech if he's going to be this much of a little jerk, you know? Spin slash misses at 39. Iori sitting pretty right now. Another spin slash, 2 in a row. He misses. 1-2 punch can do a decent amount of damage there. Swaps back over once again to weapon throw. Punch at 38. He's only using his inaccurate stuff, but it lands. It's not enough to give Mr. Stromboli the lead. There's the back low. Decent amount of damage there. Punch at 40. Hits the punch. Mr. Stromboli is gonna win it. 9 seconds left on the clock. Pretty close. Mr. Stromboli wins again.